Hello class 7. Today we will continue with our 5th chapter, that is Islam and its impact on the spread of Islam. There we have already seen that Hazrat Muhammad's flight from Mecca to Medina led to the acceptance of Islam in Medina and how Islam started being spread from there. Now we will see that after the death of Muhammad, what happened, what was the condition after the death of Muhammad. Now we know that Muhammad died in 632 AD. After his death, the problem started because Muhammad had not selected any successor for him. Who will become the leader, who will become the lead personality after his death? That was not selected or nominated. As Muhammad has not nominated any successor, so after his death, chaos and confusion started as to who will become the next leader, who will become the next successor of Muhammad. Now in this regard, after we see that chaos and confusion was there for some time, then Abu Bakr became the representative of the Prophet. Now Abu Bakr was the father-in-law of Muhammad and he became the representative of Muhammad and he came to be known as the first caliph. So Abu Bakr became the first caliph. So what we see is that after the death of Hazrat Muhammad, whoever came as the leader of Islam came to be known as the caliph or khalifa. This word caliph or khalifa means the protector of Islam or the leader of Islam. So the caliphs or the khalifa were the representatives of Muhammad. They were the representatives of Hazrat Muhammad. And the caliphs were also the protector of Islam. So what we see is that the caliphs, on one hand they were the head of Islam, on another hand they were the head of the Islamic State. So caliphs had two responsibilities, that is they were the head of Islam religion, head of Islam, that is the religious head, and they were also the head of the Islamic State. Head of the Islamic State. Now this was the condition that we see that this was the role of the caliph after Muhammad, and after Muhammad we see that the first four caliphs, whoever became the caliph for the first four caliphs, they are known as the pious caliph because they had some relation with Muhammad. Like first caliph was Abu Bakr, who was the father-in-law of Muhammad. After this, after Abu Bakr, we see Osman became the next caliph. After Osman, Umar became the next caliph. Then Ali became the caliph. So these first four caliphs, Abu Bakr, Osman, Umar and Ali, these first four caliphs came to be known as the pious caliph, as they were related to the Prophet, that is Muhammad. After the death of Ali, we see that the problem started and Muawiyah became the next caliph forcefully, and how the Arabic Empire expanded, that we will see. So I think it is clear that who was the caliph. Caliph was the representative of Muhammad. They were the protector of Islam, and in one hand they were the head of the Islamic religion, and on another hand they were the head of the Islamic State. Now we will see the Arabic Empire and how it was expanded, on how Islam was expanded in the Arab Empire. There we will see that in 661 AD, the last pious caliph Ali was killed by Muawiyah. Muawiyah was not following all the ideals and principles of Hazrat Muhammad. So Muawiyah was not very much, we will see that he was not very much liked by the people of Arabia also. But however, he made a conspiracy and he killed Ali. Ali was the last of the pious caliph, remember. Then Muawiyah became the next caliph, and Muawiyah founded the Umayyad dynasty, and he became the next caliph. So he is becoming the caliph forcefully. He not only killed Ali but ruthlessly and brutally tortured Ali's whole family and killed the whole family of Ali. After that, he himself declared himself as the caliph forcefully. So he was not elected or nominated by anybody, but he was directly by force he is becoming the caliph, and he established the Umayyad dynasty. So the dynasty founded by Muawiyah is Umayyad dynasty, and he was the caliph of the Umayyad dynasty. He was ruling in Arabic Empire, and his dynasty was Umayyad dynasty. But in 750, an important change took place. In 750 AD, we see that the Abbasid revolution took place. Abbasid revolution took place, which is very important. There we see that the Abbasid was a group. They were coming from Abbas. Abbas, we have read earlier that Abbas was the uncle of Hazrat Muhammad. So this group, the family, some people from his family, from the family of Abbas, they took the help of a rebellious tribe in Arabia, and they started a rebellion in the Umayyad dynasty, and they killed Muawiyah. So they overthrew, Abbasid rebellion overthrew Muawiyah. With the end of Muawiyah, the Umayyad dynasty also came to an end. Now we see that during the rule of Muawiyah shifted his capital. The first four caliph, Abu Bakr and Ali, Umar, Osman, they have ruled from Medina, from where Muhammad started preaching his new religion. And Muawiyah shifted his capital from Medina to Damascus in Syria. So they were following Muhammad's principles, so their capital was in Medina, but Muawiyah shifted the capital, changed the capital from Medina to Damascus in Syria. So this was the change that Muawiyah made because he did not follow the principles of Hazrat Muhammad. Now after defeating Muawiyah and after bringing about a downfall of the Umayyad dynasty, the Abbasids changed the capital again. They again shifted the capital from Damascus to the new city of Baghdad. Baghdad was a new city on the bank of Tigris river, and we see that again the Abbasids shifted their capital from Damascus to Baghdad. Now we see that among the Abbasids rule in the Abbasid Caliphate, in the Abbasid dynasty, the most important ruler was Harun al-Rashid. Harun al-Rashid. Remember this name. He was the most important ruler of the Abbasid Caliphate or the Abbasid dynasty, and Harun al-Rashid was in the time of Charlemagne. So when Charlemagne was ruling in the Frankish Carolingian Empire, Harun al-Rashid was ruling in Arabia and spreading Islam. So under Harun al-Rashid, we see Islam spread to a great extent, and it spread in different areas as well. So we see in Asia and Africa, Islam spread to a great extent. In Egypt, in Syria, in Persia, in this region, even in India, in Indus Valley civilization, which was consisting then of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all were together then, you know that. So Indus Valley civilization fully came under the Muslim rule. Islam spread also in Arabia, in Persia, in Egypt, in so many places of Asia and Africa, Islam was spread. But they tried to spread Islam in China also, but the Chinese ruler stopped them and defeated them. So Islam could not enter China. And in Europe, we see that they had entered Spain and they captured Spain. In Spain, there was the rule of Visigoths during that time, but Spain was Spain was attacked and captured by Islam, and Islam was spread there in Spain. So the Islamic rulers also wanted to spread in whole of Europe, but they were not successful. One ruler of the Franks named Charles Martel. Charles Martel was the ruler of the Franks. he stopped and defeated the Islamic rulers. And that is why it is said that Charles Martel saved Europe from becoming a Muslim land. So as Charles Martel defeated the Muslims, Islam could not be spread in Europe. So this was the situation there. There we see that Islam spread in different parts. Even in Europe also we see Spain came under Islamic rule, but in other part of Europe Islam could not be spread because Charles Martel saved Europe from the hands of the Islamic people. So like this, the Islamic empire spread in different parts of the world and the Arab empire was established. Thank you.